Good morning, dear students. Warm welcome to the online classes DAPS School Purnia. Yesterday we have arranged the live classes of chapter electricity. We have studied till the resistance and resistivity. Without killing the time, we will continue the topics, the chapters. Today we will discuss the chapters topic. First is combination of resistance, combination of resistances. So just start your topics, pay attention and take out your books and copies, write notes wherever you feel it necessary. Just come, we are discussing about the combination of resistance, combination of resistors. Sometimes in order to get the desirable resistance of the circuit, we usually connect various resistances in order to get the appropriate or desirable resistance. The net resistance may be greater than the individual, or it also may be the smaller than the individual. So we are going to explain about the combination of resistors. That is, there are two types of combination of resistances. There are two types of combination of resistances. Number one is series combination, and number second is parallel combination. Okay, first is series combination and the second is parallel combination. Next one, just we are explaining about the first one, that is the series combination. Series combination. When two or more resistors are connected in such a way that they have the same electric current but different potential differences. It is the end to end combination. मीनिंग क्या है कि जब कभी भी दो या दो से ज्यादा रेजिस्टर्स की बात होती है तो दो से ज्यादा रेजिस्टर्स को हम इस तरह अरेंज करें ताकि उन सारे रेजिस्टर्स में जो हमारा इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हो वो सबों से सेम पास करे. All the resistances must have the same electric current, but the different appliances, different resistors have the different potential difference, means they must have different voltages. Then we will use the series combination. It is another way we can say that it is the end to end combination. End to end means what? Just look here, let this one is the first resistor R1, the another resistor is connected from the second terminal of the first one, this is the resistors 2, the second end of first resistor is connected to the first end of the second resistor, and second end of the second resistor is connected to the first end of the third resistor. Then the terminals are different, it has AB, it has BC, it has CD. The potential differences of R1 will be V1, potential differences of R2 will be V2, potential differences of R3 will be V3. But one thing is that the electric current is I, electric current is I2, I1, and electric current is I3. Then in series combination, I equals I1, I2, I3, and V equals V1 plus V2 plus V3. Means that whenever we connect the resistors in this manner such that the end to end, first end of the second resistor is connected to the second end of the first one, first end of the third resistor is connected to the second end of the second one, and in this manner if we arrange different resistors, then the arrangement is called the series combination. We have to keep in mind that the in series combination, the electric current passing through the different resistors are same, that is, and it is equal to the electric current passing through the circuit. If the current passing through the circuit is I, then the current I is equal to I1 is equal to I2 and equal to I3. But as we have earlier told you that the potential differences are different. The resistance R1 has potential difference V1, resistance R2 has potential difference V2, resistance R3 has potential difference V3. But the total potential difference across the circuit is V, then the potential differences V will be sum of the individuals, that is V equals V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, this is the series combination. Series combination, just you have to write it. Again we will explain the expression for finding the equivalent resistance. Okay, just note it. Now we are going to derive the combination equivalent registers for the series combination. Let us consider three registers R1, R2 and R3 are connected in series. The potential differences is V1, V2 and V3. Current passing through R1 is I1, through R2 is I2 and through R3 is I3. Whereas the total potential differences of the circuit is V, this is the switch, and the electric current passing through whole circuit is I. Then as we know, this expression for equivalent resistance as we know, in series combination V equals V1 plus V2 plus V3 and I equals I1 equals I2 equals I3, and by Ohm's law V equals IR, V1 equals I1 R1, V2 equals I2 R2 and V3 equals I3 R3. Okay, here this R is the equivalent resistance. Whole equivalent resistance is R. Now using above relations, IR equals I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3. This implies IR equals I R1 I R2 I R3, as I equals I1 equals I2 equals I3. Therefore IR equals I is taken as common, R1 R2 R3. I cancel, therefore R equivalent equals R1 R2 and R3. This is the expression for the equivalent resistance of resistors in series combination, which will help you a lot in solving the numericals. So please note it and try to solve the numericals using this expression. Okay, now this completes the series combination. Now we are going to start the second types of combination of resistors, that is parallel combination. Just we erase it. Parallel combination. The combination of resistors in such a way that the individual resistors get different electric current but same different electric current but same potential difference is called parallel combination. Like this one. In this parallel combination, the terminals of all the resistors are joined together. Let us consider these three resistors. Then the first terminal of all these three resistors are joined together here. This is the R1, this is the R2, and this is the R3. R1, R2, and R3. This is the parallel combination because these all are in parallel, because they will get the same voltage A and B. V1, V2, and V3. The current is I1, I2, I3. Okay. In parallel combination, V equals V1 equals V2 equals V3, and I equals I1 plus I2 plus I3 by using Ohm's law. Again, V equals IR, where R is the equivalent resistance. V1 equals I1 R1, V2 equals I2 R2, and V3 equals I3 R3. Using the relations V by R equals V1 by R1 plus V2 by R2 plus V3 by R3. This implies V common 1 by R equals V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. This implies V is taken as common. In this side also we will take common V 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, and 1 plus R3. We cancel, therefore we will get the equivalent expression for the equivalent resistance equals 1 by R1, 1 by R2, and 1 by R3. Just this completes the parallel combination. In series combination, the equivalent resistance is more than the always it is more than the individual resistance. But in parallel combination, the reciprocal of individual resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual. Once again, in series combination, the equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the resistances of the individual. And in parallel combination, the equivalent resistance is equal to the reciprocal of equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of individual resistance. Another thing we have to keep in mind that the equivalent resistance in series is always more than the individual, but the equivalent resistance in parallel is always smaller than the individual. These 2 points you have to keep in mind. Another thing is that in series combination there are some advantages and disadvantages of series and parallel combination. In series combination has advantages that it should be operated by a single switch. If we are arranging different appliances in series combination, then they can be operated with a single switch. We can't operate them separately, which is not suitable for our domestic purposes. Domestic purposes, we will operate fan, we want to operate fan, bulbs, TVs, fridge, washing machines, heater, geysers separately, time to time. But if we arrange them all in the series, then if we switch on, then all will start working together. This is the disadvantages of series combination over domestic wiring. Clear? Another one is that parallel is very suitable for the domestic purposes because the parallel has different separate switches. We can operate the appliances in parallel separately. Okay, this completes your combination of resistors. Now, bye, goodbye. Good morning, students. Welcome to again DAPS School Purnia. This is the electric power. Next topic we are going to explain about the electric power. We already know that the power, we know power equals work by time. We will add the word यहाँ electric power, here also electric work and electrical energy by time. Okay, so here power is explained as the electric power is defined as the rate of electric work done. Therefore, electric power equals electric work done by time taken. Therefore, P equals W by T. We know this formula in standard 9. Now, P can be written as we know V equals W by Q. This implies W equals V into Q. We can write here P equals V into Q upon T. This implies P equals V into Q by T, and therefore power equals P into Q by T equals I. Means power equals voltage into current. Okay, now the standard unit of power is watt, that is joule per second. This here power equals voltage into the electric power of an electric device. Whenever we went to buy an electrical appliance, we have to know the power of that appliance. Power indicates that how much electrical energy it consumes, or how fast the appliance works. This is the rate of work done is denoted by the power. For example, if we buy an electric motor of power 200 watt, then it means that it can do a work of 200 joule per second. In 1 second the electric motor works 200 joule, so it is powerful. This is electric power. Now this power can also be defined in terms of electrical energy. Just write it, and again we will explain the electric power in terms of electrical energy. Right now,
धक्का लगाया और फिर वो साइड पे हट गए और फिर उन्होंने आपके ऑटो पे आपको किस कर दी। बस यही देखा मैंने।
अच्छा, तो तूने सब कुछ देख लिया, मजा आया?
नहीं,
बहुत सुंदर बताया तूने। तू रोजाना देखना, मैं कुछ नहीं कहूँगी।
Hello students, once again we are going to explain electric power. This time electric power is defined in terms of electrical energy. Then electric power is defined as the rate of electrical energy consumed or released by the appliance. Therefore, power equals electrical energy by time taken. This implies P equals E by T. In this way, energy can be calculated. Energy equals power into time. Here, as we know, the standard unit of energy is joule, but in commercial purposes, the SI unit of electrical energy is not considered as joule. The standard unit of energy is joule, but in commercial purpose another unit is used called kWh, that is kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is the energy consumed by appliances having powers 1 kilowatt, that is 1000 watt, and it is used for 1 hour. Clear? This is the commercial unit and the joule is the standard unit. Now next topic is we are establishing the relationship between the kilowatt hour and the joule. The relationship between joule and kilowatt hour. As we know, 1 kilowatt hour equals 1000 watt into 1 hour. This 1000 watt equals 1000 joule per second, and 1 hour means 60 into 60 into 60 seconds. Second cancel, that is equal to 3650 joule. Therefore 1 kilowatt hour equals 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Just this is the electric power. This is the relationship between the joule and kilowatt hour. This is the commercial unit of electric power, electrical energy, and this is the definition in terms of electrical energy consumed. And we have already earlier explained the electric power in terms of what? Electrical work done. Just note it. नोट करने के वक्त नहीं करना होता?
टाइम नहीं करना है, नोट करना हो तो नोट करते रहेगा।
मतलब जैसे कुछ लिखाना है तो क्या करना है, बंद कर देंगे?
आप बंद कर दीजिए।
हाँ। Hello dear students, this now we will study the topic heating effect of electric current. Heating effect is what we have to know, that the electric current whenever is passed through a material, it produces three types of effect. One is the heating effect, it is the first one. Second is the magnetic effect, which we will learn in the second chapter of physics. And the third one is the chemical effect of electric current, which I think you have read about the chemical effect earlier. So this is the heating effect of electric current. Electric current heating effect is what? It is the heating effect of electric current on the basis of which we can use various appliances like the electric bulb, electric heater, electric geyser, electric toaster, electric cooker. All these are work only on the basis of heating effect of electric current. Actually, heating effect means that whenever electricity is passed through a resistor means you know that resistor means the material having comparatively higher resistance. Through a resistor, then it produces heat energy. Whenever electric current is passed through a resistor, it produces heat energy. This effect of electricity is called heating effect of electric current. This effect of electricity is called the heating effect of electric current. Now, just this effect is explained by the Joule's, so very popular Joule's law of heating effect we will explain now. Joule's law of heating effect. It is the formula H equals I square R T. It is given by the Joule's law. It is the Joule's law. According to this, heat energy is directly proportional to the square of electric current. Next one is heat energy is directly proportional to the resistance, and heat energy is directly proportional to the time. Clearly, heat energy, we can calculate the heat energy produced in a body. It depends on the three components. Number one, what amount of electric current is passed through that appliance. Number second, the resistance of that material, and number third is the time for which electric current is passed. So this expression is called the Joule's law of heating effect, as well as it will also help in solving the questions and numericals. So we can also write the different formulas for this heat energy. So you have to write it, and again we will solve the continue this, and we will make different formulas for finding the heat energy. Just you write it. Now we will derive various formulas for the heating effect. Just as we know, H equals I square RT. Now we can write here, as we know, V equals IR. So we can replace it, I into IR into T. Therefore, one formula is H equals V into I into T, VIT. This is the formula 1, this is the formula 2. Okay. Number third is that, as we know, I equals V by R. Therefore, H equals V by R, V square by R square into R into T. One R is cancelled. This implies H equals V square into T by R. This is the third formula. Next one is H equals, we know power equals V into I. V into I. Therefore, H equals I V into I into T. Therefore, H equals P into T, power into time. This is the third. Fourth. So these all are the formulas for heat energy, for finding the heat energy related to of the electrical appliances. So now we will explain about the various appliances like the electric heater, electric bulb, and electric heater, electric bulb, and electric fuse. These all three devices are most common, which work on the principle of heating effect of electric current. So first one is the electric heater. In this one, the electric heater consists of, it consists of nichrome wire or coil or rod, which produces heat energy on passing electric current. Electric iron, it consists nichrome plate, nichrome coil to produce heat energy. In an electric bulb consists of three parts. This is the filament made of tungsten. This is the glass, and it is filled with inert gases. Filament is the heating element, and becomes red hot to produce light energy on passing electric current. Electric fuse, it is a safety device which is actually a thin wire of tin plated copper material which becomes hot and melts in case of excess current passing through the circuit and prevents from damage. So students, this completes your chapter 1. Chapter 1, that is electricity, is completed now. This was the last topic of the electricity, and now you have to learn this all. You have to read the books properly, and you have to solve questions. If you have any queries, any problems, you have to solve numericals also. I have not solved the numericals. Perhaps I will solve some questions in the next class, and be continued, be attentive towards your studies. By this hope, goodbye, and all of you.